this amazing day. We are so excited. Today is one of the biggest days ever in Doc and Queenie. Doc, how are you? Happy Monday.
I am back. I was here a few seconds ago, but the computer is not behaving. I am fantastic. There we go.
That's okay. Just the fact that you're here is terrific. We have so much happening today. This is like a phenomenal day. I know this has taken a lot of preparation, a lot of hard work, a lot of everything. And we wanted Doc and Queenie, absolutely Facebook Live, our community, to be the first ever to know this super duper exciting news. Doc has obviously been dropping a little hint here and there, a few guesses have been happening, all that stuff. But today is actually the day for something super awesome. So my friend, without further ado, take it away.
Well, I'm not going to jump into it right away, of course, because I've had so much fun dropping hints and watching answers.
Yeah, yeah.
I personally love the shout out to the person that one of my posts was, you're going to plant tape measures and compasses.
I don't know if that'll work. I mean, I'm not a gardener, but I'm guessing that won't work. I don't know.
I'm not thinking it'll work. But no, I'd like to segue into what I just did my podcast about an hour or so ago. And it's called What is Your Story? And it basically talks about, what's your story? Go write it. If you dream it, go chase it. If you have hope, hang on to it. And if you have love, embrace it. How many times have we all just not done something because it's not convenient, or we're fearful, or we can't control?
Hard.
Yeah, it's too hard. And so that's what I'm doing. I'm stepping into an area of it's my passion. Most people that know me know I love to garden. And now I'm waiting for my computer to follow up with me, but I've started another phase of what I do out in the world, and it's called kitchengardenexpert.com.
Woohoo!
Yes. And this has been in the past several months, and just, getting it together and making sure everything is done the correct way. And now it's taking off. Actually, as we speak, it's taken off. The interest is unbelievable.
Yes, I'm sure.
A kitchen garden. I install kitchen garden raised beds, and kitchen gardens are basically, it's an old concept, been around for hundreds of years. The English and the French still do it. They have a garden close to their house, and that's what they pick their herbs and their, tomatoes and potatoes and whatever you want in it.
So that's actually where the term came from?
Yes. Okay. Yes, it's actually called and I'm probably going to murder the word potager or potager, Potager.
Don't look at me, sister.
That's French, and I don't speak French, so I don't.
I do the best I can with English, and it's so good all the time.
So we have a kitchen garden revival going on in this country, especially in the past year. People, are at home, want to do stuff, and also want to eat better and all of that. And so what I've been doing is basically building these kitchen raised beds and installing them as a garden, a whole set. It's anywhere from, whatever you want, your favorite fruits, vegetables, and herbs in the garden. And it's for the people that don't want to go through the work. It also, I've got a few people that are older. They're older than we are. They're 30 instead of 27 and 25.
Whatever, yeah.
And the raised beds are about 2 feet high, so you don't have to bend over so much. But and I also offer maintenance programs, because I've been gardening for over 40 years. Can you believe that? For 25
I do have a question. Yeah, I was going to say, if you're 25, how does that work?
It's special math, right?
You
call it GG math? I don't know what I call it yet.
Pre-GG math, that's good. Yeah.
But no, I take what I've known all my, I grew up in the garden with my mama, and I've been gardening all my life, and I've just put all of those fun and exciting passions together, and this has been a blast. It's been a blast.
Oh my gosh, this is exciting like cray cray. And seeing those pictures behind you, I mean, this is the perfect fit. kitchengardenexpert.com. If you haven't had a chance and you haven't been watching some of the posts and the pages, please go visit Doc's Endeavor, because this is seriously going to bless so many.
Yes.
And just like you mentioned a second ago about fear, hello, it's too hard. I can't do it. I this, I that, I something. And it's like, oh my gosh, push the button, plant the seed, and let's get this done. And you're such a perfect example of that. This is so cool.
Well, thank you. No, well, Queenie, you've kicked me a little bit, because there have been spots in all of this planning. You're like, just do it. And I'm like, oh.
Oh, hang on a second. Just for everyone watching, I'm sure I said it with love.
Oh, I'm sure. Velvet Hammer. Yeah. Love. No, it's
love.
It was love. It was lovely. Yeah. Yeah. No, it's been a blast. And actually, I did not mention this, but I have I'm doing what I call Spotlight Gardens, and I have two slots left. So contact me. You can go to thekitchengardenexpert.com or shoot me a text at 913-548-8546. And I can tell you all about it, but I've got 2 left. I've got several people already signed up, and yeah, I'm just super excited. And we are, right now is perfect time, because I am starting to fill up as far as appointments for consultations, and then getting the gardens out. We're already getting booked towards April, and
oh
we
my
want to
God.
get everything in probably by the end of April, May, and if you're a late bloomer, that part doesn't matter because it's instant. It's an instant, and but yeah, it's fun. This is a lot of fun, and I love it. So I'm happy to start.
Far be it from me to ever go shopping like anywhere, because that's not my thing. Push a button, have it delivered, be done. But I have noticed that Home Depot, Westlake Hardware, Lowe's, a lot of the big stores, Menards, everybody is hustle bustle right now. So
Yes.
this is like primo time for
Yes.
you, this incredible opportunity for people to actually get to have a kitchen garden by you, for them, and it's all one-stop shop. I think the concept is genius.
Yeah, I mean, we're actually building right now, and that picture behind, yesterday we were at a big box store looking for cedar, because everybody's building. It's in high commodity, and it's so we go out and get it, and yeah, we're building the boxes. Yes.
I do have a question, Dr. Laura. There's a little apparatus behind you that's kind of yellowish. What is that little monster?
Oh, that's my tape measure.
Oh, so that's the one that you actually don't plant and it grows again?
Right, correct.
Okay.
And the joke in my family is, see, we have all these tape measures all over the place, but they're all kind of like broken. And wait, hang on. I just so happen to have it right here. Look, I don't have to worry about it like flipping back and breaking my fingers. Yeah. Yeah, that's a tape measure, because I come out, measure your area. I design the gardens to fit into your landscape. Yeah, it's fun. I'm using all of the skills that I've had all of these years and gone to school for. It's all together now.
This is the coolest thing, honestly, in the world. And honestly, for you to launch it with the Doc and Queenie family is oh my gosh, this is just rock star quality. And it seriously is. This is so exciting. And I know that you've been working toward it, literally, like you said, 40 years, holy moly. If this is in your DNA, your blood, the whole bit, and look what this does with you harvesting your own everything. And I've gotten to see and experience some of the bounty from that. And oh my gosh, people are going to be blessed like unbelievable with your expertise.
I hope it's a blessing, I mean, because this doesn't have to be hard. That's where I come in, and I can give you a good start, and then you can enjoy, because what's better than homegrown, out of the garden, whatever, I mean, okay, we can't do fruit trees. Even I'll try and figure that out.
Yeah,
I'll figure that out.
But I know you can do strawberries, though. I really do know
you can do a whole bunch of stuff. Yeah, strawberries.
Strawberries do grow on trees. I learned that from you. And garlic doesn't grow on trees. I learned that from you. So Doc knows her stuff, you guys, for real. Spaghetti doesn't grow on trees. I learned that from you. So yeah, it's been an experience.
We are opposites. Yes, we are, Queenie.
No, push a button, have it delivered, be done. And so Dr. Laura and I are teensy bit opposite in a lot of different areas.
Little. Yeah. No,
Oh
but
my
I'm
gosh,
super
how
excited, and
fun.
thank you for letting me talk about it. But
Oh
no,
my gosh. I love this. And I really mean it. I'm sure that Facebook's going to explode. You're so modest in your expertise, but go to Kitchen Garden Expert as Doc's Facebook page, and certainly the .com, kitchengardenexpert.com as her website. Take a look at everything. It's just such a huge fabulous umbrella component of everything she stands for. And I've gotten to see it step by step, if you will, and to be able to have a one-stop shop, have you push a button and talk about it. You're delivering a kitchen garden to whomever's home wants it. And I just think it's the coolest thing in the whole world. And it's a genius concept.
Yeah, I love it. It's called intensive planning because it's in a box, and then we put trellises for the things that climb, and it looks beautiful. You know, I mean, we've put a lot of work and effort into making it look good, in addition to what you're going to put in there. And then intensive planting, it can be all veggies if you want all veggies. It could be herbs. It could be flowers. I mean, you know, it can be all mixed. It's whatever your favorites are. And you know, for me as a gardener, people are like, "Why do you garden?" There's something about going outside. Even if you're just going outside for 5 minutes, there's something about going outside. It's the enjoyment of being outside. Now, when it's 20 below, not so much so. Yeah.
Those days are behind us. Those days are behind us. Those days are behind us. Those days are behind us.
Yeah. Hopefully. Yeah. And just, you know, it's calming to be outside, and, you know, picking your own veggies or whatever. I mean, we all know it tastes so much better, 10 times better than whatever sitting there in the store that God only knows when they picked it and if it's real. So that's just
but honestly, seriously, that is such a genius concept. And then everything you do winds back into this. And I know your website literally personally, and let's even just think in terms of you plant, okay? You plant a seed, you nurture that seed, you harvest the product, right. Then you take it in your home, and shameless plug kind of, but then you rinse it with Kangen water. I mentioned this today on one of our international calls of one of the groups I'm in, and literally they said, why would you not want to rinse your produce in tap water? So I got to explain that to him. You just now put all the stuff from tap water, and luckily our tap water is safe in this country, which is great. But now you kind of don't want the stuff that's in it, hello chlorine, on the produce you just took that time to grow. And you are a perfect mix of everything. And then you take it even the next step further than I, as far as now you've got this fabulous produce, you just rinsed it in 11.5 water, and now you're going to cook it correctly so that you don't rot the nutrients out of it. It's a genius concept, Doc. It really is.
Thank you, Queenie. No, it's just, yeah. I mean, you go to my website's I've redone it. I've been working on it, but it's all about food for me. It really is, and people that know me, it's all about food.
Well, I was going to ask that actually about recipes, because of course that actually would be my deal. Me a picture of something is lovely, but then I got to go back a few thousand steps and go, how did you get there? And so the recipes are Kathy Weaver friendly.
They are always Kathy Weaver friendly.
Okay, good. Because the things that you create in your kitchen with your family, OMG, and then to know that it comes from your garden. I know personally that you've got a rosemary plant in your house, girlfriend, and
I'm trying to keep them alive. You know, the cold does not do well with rosemaries in Kansas, but he's hanging on barely, but he'll be fine if I can get him out here in the next couple of weeks. So
wow. And see that again,
it's getting harder to move.
Well, and that's true. The flavor of something home,
it's unbelievable,
out of a store thing is not the same. It really is. Even I can experience that.
Well, and then you know, for those of you that love to have spices on hand, like I dry it. I dry my rosemary straight out of, you know, I'm calling him a him. I don't know if it's he or she. We'll call him him. But he's in a big, every year he gets bigger. It's like a bush. And this variety is will die with the cold weather. I actually just found a new variety that we'll see. But anyways, yeah, I just kind of nurse them along, but I dry it so I can still have that taste. And even just, you know, when you buy spices at the store, you can still tell the difference because it's
1,000,000%.
And I know it came from, and I know the grower, you know, I mean, it's that kind of thing, you know.
So let's talk about this logistically.
Sure.
Obviously, Kansas City market, you can meet personally, but then what happens bigger? I've got a friend here, I've got a friend there, I've got a friend nationally. What's the next step? How do we do a kitchen garden that way?
Well, we can expand, you know, and I could always show up if there is a need for that too. But my goal in the future is to expand this as far as it can go, you know, and and I did not, you know, Kansas City, this is new to this area, this concept, even though, you know, it's funny because it's nothing new. It's just the way it's put together. And
yeah,
when you think about it, it's really nothing new, but we are a culture of, we want it now and we want it convenient. And this kind of hits that really. Yeah. Yeah. Like push a button. See, I'm doing it again. There we go.
Yeah.
But no, this concept, we take the hard work away. Like Queenie, if you want me to put a garden on your back patio, you know, in a day, it's there. It's designed, you know, of course you have full control over the design. It's designed and set up in a day. So yeah, this whole concept, there's a lady that wrote a book. It's called The Kitchen Garden Revival. And that's what's happening in this country because people are realizing, you know, that health with food and all of that, it's easier to grow it and it's nutritious and it tastes better. So yeah, it's just
you've covered absolutely totally all bases. This is the most incredible thing. And then you even said, you mentioned, in fact, I saw it on your website. Not only do you build after the consult, the size that you want, the location you want it, where the sun, because that's what that compass thing was for, right?
That's what the compass is for, yes.
Okay.
Where the best possible sun, you know, angle of the sun is. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. I just follow the sun on the patio and sit wherever it's sunny. So I do this. Yeah. But I think that might be hard to do with the garden. So when you were even talking about that, but then literally, if all of a sudden somebody gets stuck or yikes or what's going on, you're still available for the fix. Oh my gosh, what did I just do? This is genius, Doc.
Yeah. Thank you, Queenie. No, I've got maintenance programs. You get a couple of visits from me when you buy the full installation piece. Or if you want your garden, just me to come and look at your garden and give you new ideas, I do that. Or, you know, if you need me once a week, once a month. Yeah. And then after this, once things settle down.
It's never going to settle down. I hate to tell you.
I know.
This is incredible.
Fall, we've got a lot of plans for, you know, online workshops and, you know, I'm getting my education to catch up with what I'm doing right now. So, but, you know, and that's always helpful for people. And then you can also go on my YouTube channel, which is now the same name. And I will try and post at least once a week, you know, something about gardening and different things and different tips and tricks. And I try to stay organic. So it's always simple. It's like I do my naturopathy. It's like I do everything else. It's that simple because we don't need to be complicated. We don't have enough time nor patience for complication. And that's really what this is too. This makes it easy, but yeah, I've got YouTube videos right now from some of my gardening stuff from last year, and we'll just keep adding to that. So yeah, I'm super excited.
Oh my gosh. And I can imagine that you would be. And the best news of all for anyone that has been listening, paying attention, etc. Today is March 1st.
Yes.
Live all year for March 1st because I absolutely can't wait until everything starts greening up. I was outside this morning actually, and my grass is getting a little greener and it's getting that funky brown look off of it. And I'm just, oh my gosh. And so everything just starts like this. There's buds on my trees. It's like, oh, hallelujah. And it's back to the for me. I just absolutely love everything as far as the awakening piece. This is such a perfect time for a launch. It's a perfect time for your business to go, oh my gosh. And I know that you said you're doing, you've got a couple spots left for your spotlight garden. And then all the rest of your clients that want the kitchen garden home version of what you're doing is going to be like incredible. I mean, this is perfect timing.
Yeah. I mean, we're getting booked mid-March, mid-April is filling up. You know, so hurry.
Yeah. Seriously. Hurry. Well, no offense. I really, even I am thinking that possibly August, September is not the best time to start this. So it does now.
You know, there are a few little things that we can do, but it's a pivot, you know, like we talk about pivot. But yeah, I mean, then that's what I will be teaching when October and that kind of comes around, is how to just get the garden ready for the fall and the winter. But yeah, there's other ways to still grow throughout the winter if you are very brave.
Well, so, and actually I have known you to do that.
I do. Yes.
What are you doing? And you take a video, you're outside.
Yes.
And you're going, what are you doing outside? And that's what you're doing. And you're fixing or doing or whatever you do out there. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, I guess I would never have thought about that. You know, the first frost or the first thing or the first,
there is a way.
The cold, I'm out of here. And you're outside. And it's just like, oh my gosh. And it's very cool that you know all these steps and help us out with that.
A lot of experimentation, you know, over the years. But I mean, I think I was telling you the story. There was one year we built I wanted a cold frame, which is only 4 feet high. And my husband built me a greenhouse. Yeah, a little communication there was a little off, but I took it. But I was growing greens until the middle of December.
Oh my gosh.
And without heat. And that's, I'm always experimenting how to grow without having to have a heat source and all that. But yeah, it was a lot of fun, learned a lot. We're actually kicking around doing it again. Maybe this coming fall. But yeah, I mean, I'm always experimenting and always reading up. Yes, Queenie.
What is the difference? What is a cold space? What does that mean?
A cold frame is okay. It's a garden that you put a cover over. And a lot of times you see these hoops, like in my backyard, I've got hoops. I put like a greenhouse plastic over it because it's a little thicker and it lets the light in, but it keeps it warm and it keeps the soil a little bit warm.
Okay.
You know, in the winter months, you can still grow greens and things in a cold frame. Wow. You're not going to be growing tomatoes because those are a hot summer weather plant.
Yes.
But the nice part of a cold frame is it warms up the soil faster in the spring, so you can plant earlier. You can get your little guys going a little faster than everybody else. So.
Oh my gosh, that is so cool. So there's a cold frame, there's a greenhouse, there's a kitchen garden. And ladies and gentlemen, the cool part is we've got the expert right here in our lives. And it's so awesome to have kitchengardenexpert.com and Kitchen Garden Expert on your Facebook page. And certainly on LinkedIn, that's even your URL. This is just like in your YouTube channel. And I really seriously mean it. Congratulations.
Thank you, Queenie. I appreciate it. And I'm super excited too. So yeah, two slots left, you guys. Just let me know if you want to be a spotlight garden. And I can tell you all about it. And yeah, I would love to help. I mean, I love this stuff. And, you know, I'm all dressed up for my, I'm building a garden today. So
yeah, you seriously are. Oh my gosh. I cannot even tell you guys, the oil and water piece of us is hysterical. What are you doing today? And I say, oh, I'm this and I'm that, and I'm blogging and I'm YouTubing and all these different things. And Doc says, I'm going to be digging dirt.
Yeah, I always say, well, I'm going to get to my blog. I just first have to, I'll get there.
Yes, that is so hysterical, because it really is just the oil and water piece. And think about that too. For those of you watching with us today, the Doc and Queenie community, we have now been able, seriously, Doc, to put people together that we already know and they have said would never have met otherwise. So all of a sudden we have a this or a that or a something, and they see each other chatting on our pages. And the next thing you know, they go, hey, you want to have coffee? And this Zoom thing is working out. Hello, great.
Yes.
And it's been phenomenal to put people together. And
yes.
To share a little bit, because I think we got the date written down this time. Yes, we do. Our next bingo party.
I know.
You actually do? Okay.
I
didn't know if you were remembering that. Okay.
I actually do. It's March 23rd, correct? I don't know what day that is, but
it's a Tuesday, actually.
Tuesday, okay.
Yeah, and the reason for the Tuesday is that way it was Tuesday in February, and it's going to be Tuesday in March, only because Doc loves the number 7 so well that it's going to be at 7 p.m., of course. And we need sponsors for that event. If any of you would like to offer prizes, we do about 5, 6, 7-ish games, depending upon the timing. We only keep you even under an hour. And I'm looking at our list right now because Debbie Miller actually said, do you keep a list? Yes, I do, in case someone forgets or how do I contact whomever. but we still need sponsors for the 23rd of March. And that means you get to actually share your business and whatever your prize is for that particular game. And you get to share with everybody on the bingo party. I just think it's so much fun. And some of the ladies have not known each other until the Doc and Queenie bingo parties. I think it's great.
Oh, we've had a lot of fun. And then we throw this disclaimer in that if there's coffee involved, you have to take us out for coffee. So.
Hey, that works. Yeah. I think it's good. Yeah. When there's food.
And if you're in another state, you have to travel. So, or we have to travel.
Invite us. Yeah.
Maybe that's it. I can't remember how we were going to do that.
Yeah. We can do the disclaimer all over the place. That works. We've also got to have several of our friends, of Faithful Friends on Purpose, on our Doc and Queenie Guest Live.
Yes. And
that has been an absolute blast. It's 15 or 20 minutes, whatever day the three of us are available together. And we do a Doc and Queenie Guest Live. And literally, you don't think it's scary, do you, Doc? We haven't been asking scary questions.
No, there's softball questions, How are you? What do you, tell us about yourself.
Yeah. And so it's 15 or 20 minutes. You can use the link any place you want on your social media just to promote yourself. And sometimes it's easier to promote yourself when other people are asking the questions.
Right.
Doc and Queenie Guest Live is totally available for all of our community. Absolutely. If you know someone who's just starting a new business, hello, Doc, then certainly that would be a lovely opportunity for them to get a lot of broadcasting time, if you will. And then we also have our Rockstar Bible Trivia Night. And what night is that, Doc?
That is always every week at Thursday at 7 p.m. And you just basically go to our Facebook page, and we've got the link to StreamYard, and you can just pop on, and that's another fun time.
Yes.
We have people that, and also we ask you to sign up on StreamYard so we know who you are, but a lot of people don't.
Some of them like to be mystery guests.
Yeah, so it's Facebook users. We've had lots of Facebook users show up, and then we try to guess, of course, which is more of the fun. But no, we have it's been, we're not goofing around. That actually, I've learned a lot with the questions, and some of it's been review, and then others you're just like, I never thought about that. But you don't have to be a Bible scholar. The questions, some of them are hard, some aren't, some are. There was one Bible app you were using that was kind of, we're all missing it.
Repetitive.
Yeah.
It kept doing the repetitive part, and maybe nobody had used it to the length that we had. And that's why it was cycling back, because it's not like we went through the whole Bible necessarily, but it was like, didn't we already ask this question? Because even my brain is going, I think I know the answer. And so I knew something had to be up for that to happen. Yeah. One of the things that is so fun, again, because of networking online, oh my gosh, you guys, if you haven't given it a shot as far as reaching out past your little circle of friends, one of the Bible trivia, the Bible study groups I'm in, one of the ladies is a DISC personality sales trainer. That's her business. And she was doing the Bible study one night. And that's when she said, it's interesting to go through the Bible characters and determine what personality code they are. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah. And I looked at that and I thought, I had never thought of that before. What personality type the Bible characters are.
Which is really cool.
Oh my gosh. Cool. That put a whole different flip on it for me. And I just, that has just resonated big time. And so, yeah, we're going to code the Bible characters. I'm sure we're going to need help from Angela on that one, but it was just spectacular. To be able to think in terms of bringing the Bible to life. And that's basically what we do on Doc and Queenie Bible Trivia. But thank you, Doc, for saying you don't have to be a scholar, because holy moly.
Well, Queenie, hey, enough about me. What about what's going on with your books? I know you've got a few of them on YouTube.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
On your page?
I'm actually, the good news is all three of my books are now complete. Hallelujah. On my YouTube channel. And that has been another thing. Some of the people that I have met, even internationally, I'm sure it's a lovely idea, I guess, but rather than ship my books all over the place, it's just easier for everybody to just have it on my YouTube channel. And that has been almost explosive from a standpoint of, it doesn't matter where in the world you live, you have a grief journey conversation, or you have a networking question, or you have a networking PQ question, it's all right there. And the piece for me that has been so awesome. I never, ever would have thought to record my books if it hadn't been for quarantine. I mean, hello, we can't do all the chamber stuff. We can't go to all my ladies groups. We can't go to everywhere. And so I thought, if we do a post-quarantine networking book, then how am I going to get that post-quarantine networking book to people? Duh, hello. And all of a sudden it came to me, thank you, Lord, why don't you record it on your YouTube channel? And of course I went, my what? And so one thing led to another. And this was July of 2020. And everything has exploded since then. And the reach keeps getting bigger and the groups keep getting bigger, and you put yourself out there and more people find you. And then they want you to this and you get to that. It's just, it really has been phenomenal. And the good news is, as you know, Doc, Kangen Water has been around now literally 47 years. 47 years we have been an industry leader in water technology. What? And
that's older than us.
Way, yeah, way older than us. And I've been doing this business full time for 13 years, half my life. Hello. And so I'm sitting here going, oh my gosh, I know, thank you. Don't do the math. The reach is getting bigger for that. We're in 23 countries. We've been in, 23 countries. And now because of all this international networking I get to do, I'm meeting water people from everywhere. This has been such a blast. And like I say, I'm sorry about the quarantine and the COVID and all that stuff. And, but it's one, just like you mentioned earlier, punt and pivot and flip with what's going on and make it happen. And I'm just telling you, it really has. And look at you. And that's the part that I think is so spectacular, Doc, is to be able to take what's happening and turn it into something that can actually bless a gazillion people. And you're doing that. This is really awesome.
Well, you do it too with your book and everything you do, but that, we're both kind of wired that way, because it's really not all about us. It really isn't.
Gosh, no.
We're just going through the paces of, a business, but it's really not about us. But yeah, the encouragement for everybody just to swing it back around to where we started. What's your story? Go write it. And that's what we both are doing. That's what you've done with your business. That's what I've done with my business. And outside of business, life. What's your story? Go write it. Dream it, chase it, love it, embrace it, all of those positives.
I can't imagine there would be anybody that doesn't know the name of your podcast, but in case there is someone who doesn't, how do they find What's Your Story?
My podcast, of course, please hold, because my computer is super slow today and I can't show the picture, but if you're looking, I'm on Anchor and it is called Mighty Morning Moment. There we go. Found it. And I've been podcasting for over a year now. And which is, like you say, if it wasn't for the quarantine thing, I wouldn't have even tried, probably. But yeah, it's called What's Your Story? It's on Anchor or Spotify or whatever, platform you use. It's on about 15 to 20 platforms. And these podcasts are designed to inspire people and motivate people in just a short amount of time. So, it's just, and today is What Is Your Story? So you basically got the little mini podcast already, but, go check it out, give me a like, or I don't, it's funny, the format, like we have talked about YouTube, you can see how many subscribers. Yes. I don't have subscribers on this format, so I have no idea how many people are listening. I do see how many people have listened as far as they count the number of times. And then they also, like we've talked before, the really cool thing is they show you all of the countries, and I'm in 10 to 12 countries right now.
Oh my gosh.
Somebody in Singapore wants to listen to an American for 2 minutes. Okay.
That is
all right.
Awesome.
But it's all that mindset, like we've talked about, it's all mindset. It's all quick little motivational mindset stuff, that's how I try to do.
Oh my gosh. And when you start with your podcast, and instantly you start realizing the people that you're reaching is, seriously, such a blessing to make the world smaller. And I love every step of this.
Well, and for you, Queenie, with all your networking, you're international now, and it's the same deal. And it's fun to talk to people that, are in a different culture, or, I'm having fun. I'm international, but I don't get to talk to them.
Yeah.
I am yet. But no, a lot of our networking is outside of this, our area that we live in. So that's been fun to meet with people from different states and just chit chat.
Oh my gosh. It's, and like you always say about the reach out piece, think about that. I got to have a one-on-one, I think it was whenever the cold snap was 2 weeks ago, maybe, with a gentleman that I met internationally from Australia. And so he's talking, and of course I'm in sweatshirts and hoods and scarves, freezing to death.
Dying, right?
Oh, he is on the beach.
Nothing like rubbing it in.
Okay, gotta go. I gotta get my run in today. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't even go in the house other than try and find a warmer place to sit. And it was like, oh my gosh. And then I got to be with another gentleman from Canada. And again, we're freezing to death, but so was he. So that was a little easier to oh my goodness. And now I get to see him on the calls too. And it really is making the world smaller. And so then the other day, the Canada guy showed up so I could connect him with the Australian gentleman. And it just kind of, you see what I mean? It's just all for me. Everything in my life has been all about networking. And I just love what the Doc and Queenie community has been able to do. And now look at your support from the Doc and Queenie family. I can't wait to see this buzz. I'm absolutely not kidding. The shares, the watch parties, we so appreciate each and every one of you who tune in with us every Monday at high noon, and literally our bingo parties, our Bible trivia. I want to be a guest live on Doc and Queenie Guest Live. It's just been incredible. And we are making the world smaller, you guys.
It really, really has. And guess what time it is, Queenie, unfortunately.
Oh, you can't be serious. Oh my gosh. Okay, I wanted to talk to you another couple hours. Can we keep going?
I'm not sure if we'll have anybody that's going to hang in there. And I've got a box to build.
So. Oh, yes, I forgot about that. You've got gardening to do. Yes. Okay.
Got some gardening to do.
That's awesome. All right, Doc, take us home.
Well, thank you, everyone. We so appreciate you, and we are honored to have you as part of our Faithful Friends on Purpose and part of this Doc and Queenie thing. No, thank you. And we appreciate you. And please check us out on Facebook and YouTube and all of that, and connect with us. It's all about connection and networking and friendship. So have a blessed day. Happy March 1st. And we will see you next Monday, Doc and Queenie Live at...
Congratulations, Doc.
Thank you, Queenie. Talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.
Bye.